Hey everybody, so I recently just homebrewed another batch of beer and had the time to do it today, so I wanted to make some dog treats. I had done this previously, gosh, it's been a few months ago, and I had the time. I usually do brew early enough in the day and was able to go ahead and whip up another batch of these. If you've never done this before, I found a recipe. It's actually from Deschutes, their own website, and it could not be easier. What you're seeing me do right now is just pour in the ingredients, which, I mean, it couldn't be easier. 4 cups of spent grain, 2 cups of flour, 2 eggs, and then 1 cup of peanut butter. And that's it. So I've already added in the spent grain, I've added in the flour, putting in the eggs now, and I'm going to mix those together first before I add the peanut butter. I like to do this because the peanut butter just really thickens it all up, and I want to get the rest of the ingredients in there and kind of mixed up pretty easily. But then from there, once you've added in your ingredients and got it all mixed up nicely, all you do is then you can roll it out on a sheet. I found a little mold that I put them in and just kind of set them on the cookie sheets myself. And then you just bake them in the oven. Now it does take some time because you do need to make sure they dry out well enough. You put it in for 350 degrees for a half an hour. After that half an hour, then you drop the temperature down to 225 degrees and let that go for another 2 hours at least. Now, this batch itself was a little tricky because it was a bit wetter, moister, hate that word, but than other batches. And I think part of that may have been because I did use oatmeal in this batch of beer. So it very well could have had a bit to do with it. I did run it in the oven for at least an extra half an hour, if not longer, at 225 before finishing up. So, if you're noticing, it's still going to be soft when they come out of the oven, first and foremost. But if after they start to cool, they should, harden up pretty nicely, like you would expect for a normal dog treat. You can get in there and mix it in with your hands. I'm using the spatula just because, it's a lot easier, especially mixing in the ingredients, right off the bat. I'm already going to get my, hands into it when I'm pressing them and getting them molded onto the cookie sheet. But if you've got the time to do it, it couldn't be easier. My dog absolutely adores it, and it makes for the 4 cups and 4 cups of mix and 2 cups of flour and everything that you put into it. It makes a ton of treats. And for 4 cups of spent grain, if you're home brewing, 5-gallon batches all grain, I mean, that's nothing. You could easily do 4 or 5 plus of that, any brew day itself. So again, I'll have a link to the recipe down below. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoy doing this. You've got the extra time to do it, and it makes really good gifts too. If people, other folks that have dogs, like I said, the ingredients couldn't be more basic. That it's pretty well any dog could enjoy this. So not a bad way to make some friends along the way as well. And so, as you can see, Scout, our beagle, seems to certainly enjoy them. And like I said, I'll have the link to the recipe down below for you as well. And hope you enjoyed this. And I should have some more brewing videos, and finally maybe have some more beer review videos for you coming here soon. Cheers, guys.
Huh? You want some? You want some?